Yo, Foxy, it's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Hello, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the Opinionated Variants of the 616. And it's 2025.
It is. It's hard to believe.
And it was a very quiet New Year for me. Very, very quiet. I drugged my dogs. I got alcohol from them from the doggy daycare that they go to, and you just pour it in their food. I gave it to them in their food, and they were out. They enjoyed it. I was like, okay, great. Grandkids, they're crazy. I give them the grape, the non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
But I put it in my wine refrigerator. So when I take it out, I'm like, okay, y'all, this is the only year that y'all get to drink alcohol. You go and thank Grandpa, because me and Grandpa had to fight. Grandpa said y'all can't have any. So y'all need to go and thank him. And this is only going to be one time. I'm only giving it to y'all once. This is the only time that y'all can get it. So here they thinking they drinking alcohol. I even had my daughter in on it too. Told her, I was like, tell them that, you're going to be mad when I tell you. So when I called them in, I was like, tell Pet Pat you drank some alcohol. And she was like, no, you didn't. Y'all know you're not supposed to be doing that. Like, who told y'all could do that? And they all pointed to me. And they're like, it's only this one time, though. This is the only time of the day of the year that you're allowed to drink alcohol. Just January, December 31st. That's it. No other day. So that was fun. Then we went to bed. That was it. Then we was out, went to bed. Was you out in the street running around? What was you doing?
I actually was, believe it or not. We went to dinner, and then we got lucky because the restaurant we went to, and then there's a place like right next door that was having a New Year's Eve party with live music and stuff. So we went over there. It was still pretty low key though, because it was a really small place. So, but we did have our little champagne toast. If I had been at home, I would have had my sparkling cider too, because I really don't drink. But I took a couple of sips of champagne since we were out.
Well, with the new year, playing around with the format, so you're changing it up a little bit. So we're gonna have the same topics every month. And how many topics are it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 topics. So we're gonna have the same topics every month, but it's geared towards that month.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this month we're going to be talking about the things we did and things we're looking forward to in the new year. So we're going to start off with the movies. So movies, I actually had to go into my Fandango to see how many freaking movies I saw. And I think I missed some, to be honest, because Beetlejuice 2 wasn't on there. And I know I went to see that. So I had the movies like 10 times. 10 times. And a couple of those were kind of double. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times I've seen a movie. Seen the movies. I've been to the movies a lot.
I think since Spotify, everybody was talking about their Spotify year-end wrap-up and stuff. So I think a lot of other places are starting to do a wrap-up like that, because AMC did one. And my friends and I have AMC A-List. So if I go to Regal, it's one of those free screenings. If we're buying tickets, we go to AMC, but they send a year-end wrap-up, and I have been to AMC 21 times.
What?
Last year.
Oh my God. I thought I was doing something. Okay. I have it mixed. I have Fandango, and then you can link it with the Cinemark. So I have the Fandango and the Cinemark, and I'm like, I lost out on $80 last year or the year before because I wasn't doing the $5 off. And then, so I got two, which is how I got to go back and see the two movies. I got two free tickets. I took my daughter to go see the Wicked sing along with the kids. That was the last thing that we, the last movie that we saw. But oh my God, I can't believe I went to the movies so many times.
I know.
I'm just like, do the movies that I look forward to. Let me tell you what I'm looking forward to, and you tell me if these are on your list or you have some. So for the movies, Brave New World in February, Snow White in March, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning in May. And then there is From the World of John Wick, Ballerina in June, and then Superman in July.
Oh, wow, that's all?
That's all I want to see so far. Would you like, that's all? That's all I'm interested in right now.
Well, no, I have a list here. So, of course, I cannot wait for Captain America because we're doing a fan screening. So we've been planning that. I can't wait for that. I didn't even know about Snow White, but I like those movies. Yes, I did. So I'm looking forward to that one too. And then let's see. Thunderbolts in May.
Oh, I missed that. Hold on. Let me write that one down. Oh no, I can't believe I missed that. Thunderbolt. Right in May. Okay, right with my Mission.
May 2nd.
Okay.
Lilo and Stitch in May.
No, I'm good.
That's one of my favorite Disney.
Nah, I'm good. I won't be taking the kids, and I'm leaving that for my husband. I'm good.
I will be seeing How to Train Your Dragon. That's in June.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Jurassic World in July. Superman in July.
Another Jurassic Park?
Yep. Another Jurassic World.
Okay. I didn't know about that one. Who's in that one? Because the last one they pulled in everybody.
I have no idea. I just like the franchise, so I know I'll go to see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that one too. I didn't see the trailer for that. I need to find it.
Fantastic Four in July.
Yeah, no, that's a no for me. I'll wait for that to come out.
Oh no, it's Marvel, so I have to be there.
Unless they're giving me free tickets, I'm not going because I don't.
Wicked, you forgot Wicked in November.
Oh, you damn sure straight. Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I stopped at July. Okay, yeah. Okay, Jurassic World and Wicked. I forgot about Thunderbolt. That was a true one. Jurassic World I didn't hear about, and I also forgot about Wicked. So yes. Okay, so I added onto my viewing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those others I'm not gonna go and see. I'm good.
I'll try to beat my 21. Try to make a new record.
You can have that record, my friend. You can have that. You are so good with that. TV shows. The TV shows now, there are a couple that I'm interested in. Squid Games, not so much, but I like the last one, so I'm gonna give it a try. And that one's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Definitely the 6888 just like the Hidden Figures, the WW2 women, how again black women have to come back and say these fucking white men again, how we have to say shit. So
right.
I definitely want to see that. Have you watched the Dune Prophecy on Max?
No, I have not. I'm not a big Dune fan.
Okay, so the new movie with that little boy who I don't like, and Zendaya, I don't like either one of them. I didn't watch that one. My mind is on the old one. So the original Dune, and then the Dune Prophecy is shown before how he became.
Okay, so it's a prequel.
Yes. So prequels are good, and this shit is good. So you need to watch that and erase all of that Zendaya shit out of your head.
That's not the problem, because I like Zendaya. That's probably the only reason I saw that movie was because of her. I don't even like. No, it's not. It's the story.
Okay.
I didn't like the book. So, but it's fantasy. I love my fantasy, sci-fi. So I saw it anyway. The original one I saw anyway. Didn't like that. And this was the second. Of course, the first one I saw because Jason Momoa was in it. He got killed. And this one I saw really just because my friends were going, and it was Zendaya. So, but no, I have no interest in Dune Prophecy.
Well, that one's on Max, and I like prequels. So, and this one is good because it's talking about the witches, on I guess his mother, and how his mother became a witch, and the prophecy, and how it was them who created this fucking mess in the first place. So it's their fault. And then there's another one that's on Peacock that I'm interested in. It's called The Day of the Jackal with Eddie Redmayne. So I want to see that one because he's my Harry Potter guy. And I like to see him as a spy. So I'm interested in seeing what you're doing. Dude, really? Okay.
I am not a Squid Games girl. I had no interest in seeing the first one. I didn't. So, that's not on my list. I've seen 6888. It was awesome.
Okay. I need to watch that.
And I'm so far behind on the streaming stuff. I haven't finished the second season of House of the Dragon.
Oh, so far behind.
I know. I haven't seen the second season of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It's probably because I've been to the movie 21 times. I don't have time to watch TV.
Yes.
But I started What If yesterday. I saw the first 2 episodes, and then I realized I wasn't paying attention. So I stopped because I want to pay attention. And I started watching Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. That I really like. I'm almost caught up. I think that is really cute. I think there's another Star Wars series that's coming out with the Michelle Yeoh one. So I'm looking forward to that. Something 31.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know if it's on Paramount.
I think it's Paramount. I don't think it's Disney Plus.
It's not Disney Plus, it's Paramount. And I'm like, Michelle, I love you, but I'm not paying for another streaming service. I got too many. and I'm not doing Paramount. So
I have Paramount, so I'll be watching that. See if anything else I can think of on the list. Now, like I said, I'm so behind. So, and James said, "What if it's good?" The first episode was good, but it was the second one I realized I wasn't giving it the attention that I needed to. So I'll probably go back and watch that again.
Yeah, and that's.
But that have you watched it?
I've seen them all.
Okay, yeah, that first one with the what they call them, the Mech Avengers, that was really good.
Yeah, I watched them all, and again, it's like last year, or last season, the first two I watched, I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, all right, let me give it a chance. And then the third one just pulled everything together. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I have faith. So then by the time we got to the end, it pulled everything together. I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. And it was good.
I
It
got
was
stalled for some reason in the first season. I think it was the third episode, the Doctor Strange episode. I tried that one 3 or 4 times and I could not. Yes, I fell asleep. I stopped paying attention. I just could not get through that episode. And when I finally sat down and I made myself get through that episode, I still didn't really care for that one. But I went on to the next one and I was hooked. It was a full on binge then because all of the rest of them were so good. And by the time I got to, I don't remember which episode it was, but Zombies, the Zombie Avengers, oh, that one was so good.
Yeah, that one was good. That
So
one was
by the time I got past Doctor Strange, I was able to get through the rest of the first season and the entire second season to be ready for this one. And I've been moving around too much to, watch them every day when they came out. So
you're
probably
gonna
this weekend I'll finish it up.
you're definitely gonna enjoy it because they pull everything together like how they did the last season. Each episode, oh, they're all linked. So you'll definitely enjoy it, especially when you
Yeah.
get to the end. Especially when you get to the end. Um, okay, so the next topic is cosplay. And this one is just more of any recommendations you can give to people or the conventions that you're going to. Um, like for me, I'm just not really gonna make anything new. I'm gonna go back into these like 3 fucking bins that I have and finish those cosplays that I keep stopping in the middle because there's a new squirrel. There's a new show that comes on, and I start working on that cosplay. So I've got a couple of cosplays. No, a couple is 2. So let me say a few, and a few is many. So I have many that I'm going to go back and work on this year. I'm not doing anything new. And I know I'm going to regret saying that because I know I'm going to wind up doing something new. But my goal is to go in and all of these damn props that I bought to go in and finish those cosplays. That's what I'm putting my foot down on. You got any cosplays that you are interested in? That you want to do, that you saw, TV shows, like, okay, did you start making your wish list? Because my list is like 15 pages long.
I have it's a small little wish list, but I haven't really like done anything concrete yet. I probably won't. I just filled out my volunteer application for MomoCon. So I'm going to MomoCon, but the only thing I'm planning right now, MomoCon has the voice actors for, I know, well, anyway, the show Bluey, the animated show Bluey, they have the voice actors for the mom and dad coming. So I don't think I'll do a full-on cosplay, but I know I want to get, because I saw them at Five Below. They have Bluey ears on a little headband. I know I'm going to do Bluey ears and some kind of like a t-shirt or sweatshirt for when they come, because, I'm all excited about that. But I don't think I'll do any more cosplay for MomoCon. But I do plan on doing some for DragonCon. I don't have anything specific yet. I do want to do a different Black Panther Wakanda related costume. So hopefully they will do the Wakanda, World of Wakanda, I think, photo shoot again.
Yeah, I think they do it every year. It just depends on how many people.
Mm-hmm. I really want to do Queen Ramonda, the outfit you think about when you think about Queen Ramonda, the white dress and the and my seamstress who did my.
You don't want to do the purple one from the last movie? I think purple will look so good on you.
That original one is just, that's in my mind. You know,
Okay.
that's my goal. And my seamstress, I talked to her about it before, and she was like, yeah, we can do it. And I just decided late last year, but I want to go ahead and get on it now. I just talked to her the other day, but we didn't talk about this. But I'm going to go ahead and call her so we can get started on, trying to engineer this, see if it's even possible. But that's the only one that I know that I really want to do. I'll probably do my Federated Earth president again for Star Trek. But yeah, I do want to do some new ones for Dragon Con. I need to sit down and figure that out.
Okay. I mean, I saw your stuff, and you combined the closet cosplays to the cosplay, and that works for you. That works for you because you're comfortable in doing that and not in all of this leather and all of this hardcore.
Yeah.
But I think the Ramonda, I like that white one for you. Personally, the purple one came to mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that one would be amazing. And yes, because again, that's on my list to not do her, but the Dora, their outfit, that gray dress that they had when they walked into the UN. That's my goal, to do them. And there's the swimsuit one that they had in the first movie. It's just all of the costumes, the white one, with the doing the funeral, just every last Dora. I just want to do all of their stuff. So all of that's on my list. So yes, I'll definitely be working on that. So the only con again is the MegaCon Orlando, which I can't believe. I'm like, that shit is next month. And I've got 2 cosplays. It's 4 days, and I've got 2 confirmed. My Elphaba, and the Bellatrix. Those are only 2 that I know for a fact. But then I'm like, okay, I was freaking out, and I'm like, oh wait, shit, I forgot about my Star Wars. I was like, oh, okay, so I do my May, so that's my 3. And I don't know, I want to do something stupid. Stupid, like, you know how the girl was there and she had the chair over her head? Not like that, but I saw this banana. Somebody bought this stupid. I can't believe they paid all of this money. This was gonna get a cardboard and put a banana on it and walk around with a fur coat and be like, I bought this banana for like $10 million. I just want to do something stupid. And that's on like day 1, which is Thursday, because that's really a light day. So I don't know. I might do that. I'm not sure. I might do that for them. And then, okay, so I've got several photo collabs that I'm doing this. I actually have 3, and I need to start working on those because they're kind of due like by the 15th. So I need to move my ass on those 2.
The 15th of what?
Of this month.
Yeah, you might want to work on that.
Yeah. So I need to, but see, the thing is, I can do it, put my little screen up here and take my own photos. So, it's in the house. So, you do those, take your photos and send them on. So those are do those 3 for January. February is the MegaCon, and then March I'm gonna go back to Orlando and visit Epic Universe, which kind of like, it's the same time as GalaxyCon Richmond, and I wanted to go to that one. And I'm like, damn it, I can't do both because it's the same week.
What about, are they doing GalaxyCon in Raleigh again?
Yes, but I'm right now just working for January, February, March.
Gotcha.
So I'll find GalaxyCon in another spot, but I need to find a con in Richmond that I need to go to, because I told my nephew I'm going to take him. We're going to go to a con together. We're going to do something together. So I got to find some damn con in Richmond to go to for him. But my goal is just to definitely get out there and go to more of these other conventions.
You mentioned Elphaba, and I do want to do an Elphaba, but I think I'm a little too new for face paint, body paint. I think I gotta work my way up to the body paint. And I don't want to do the black outfit. I want to do something else. I'm thinking about like her school uniform,
which was really black. I mean, there's one time where she had a white shirt. Everything she has is really black.
Yeah, but the school uniform, I think one of them was like striped or whatever. But I just mean, I don't want the end of the movie Elphaba with the hat and the cape and all that. I don't want to do that one. Yes, it's all black, which is another reason I'm drawn to it, because that's my favorite color. But just something different other than the climax Elphaba. Yeah. But like I said, I got to work my way up to that face paint. I'll be sweating and it'll be running all off.
Okay, so our next topic is travel. And travel is to these different places. Now, CES is in Vegas. I've always wanted to go to CES. And
now, what is CES?
That is oh my God, I just went blank. It's electronics, consumer electronics.
Okay.
But you have to be, I didn't realize that it's not open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So it is private. It's the most influential tech event, telling you all of this new stuff that's happening. And you have to be working in a tech field in order to get these tickets. So I was like, okay, well, I can do that because I'm in the tech field. So at least I can get the ticket. I just thought they was open to the public. But just like you got to go through hoops and shit just to get these damn tickets. I was like, oh, God. But I'm going to get to go to a CES one day. C2E2 is in Chicago. I hate Chicago.
Wow. Why?
It's like Dallas. I hate those airports. And I have to fly. Yes, Consumer Electronics Showcase. I have to fly to those places, and depending on the weather, Dallas and Chicago are two airports that I refuse to have layovers at. I refuse. Summertime, Chicago, wind, rain. Dallas is the rain and the snow. So I just can't do it. I can't.
I have not had issues with O'Hare. I think in the last couple of years, I went to Chicago for work several times, like 4 times. And I think we went in the Midway only once, and the rest of them were O'Hare. And I didn't have any problems. I enjoyed Chicago, and I actually want to go back for leisure, and not work. But
I need to check the weather if I'm going to go.
I need
to. I can't.
Because one time we went, it was cold AF, and we were just constantly checking the weather. We was like, Lord, don't let it start snowing, because I'm not trying to get trapped here. And it actually did snow the morning that we were leaving, but it snowed a little bit, and it wasn't cold enough for it to stick. So it stopped, and we got our asses to the airport and got out of there.
Girl, because the week that my birthday landed on, which was perfect, because if it was the following week, not only I would have enjoyed that. The volcano that we visited erupted. I still would have went. My husband was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Yes." I mean, that's the one of the main questions that I asked the guy.
Oh.
Do you allow people to come here when the volcano erupts? Yes, we do. I would have been there. But
I'm with your husband on that one.
I had to left them right behind. I did it before. I'm on vacation, honey. It's my birthday. The turbulence I saw from there were people that were hurt flying in from Hawaii. I don't know, what was it, Delta? I'm not sure what airline it was, but apparently several people were hurt dealing with the turbulence. And I was like, okay. So then the planes had to be rerouted because of wind. I'm like, oh, no. I'm so glad that we did not go the second week. And I was complaining, like, man, I should have went the second week because the
volcano.
No, not only the volcano, the whales. We really didn't get to see the whales because it was at the beginning of the season, and the whales are normally more hyper in the middle and towards the end. So I'm like, that was my biggest thing. I was like, I want to see the whales. I'm like, Japan is my biggest. I'm going to go. I'm getting to Japan. I'm going to Disney, and Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I'm going to hit them both up at the same time when I go to Japan. That's my ultimate goal. Get my ass to Japan. The D23 is supposed to be back here, and that it says it's August, the 29th to the 31st, and they're having it back in Orlando. So hopefully I need to start looking up the tickets for that, because I know people are buying up tickets for that. And Disney Paris, I'm seeing a whole bunch of Black girls in Disney Paris, and I'm like, okay, I need to go.
Now I would like to do that, Disney Paris, definitely, because they got some exclusive Tiana stuff over there that I want.
That's why I want to go to these places, because they're exclusive and they only have stuff there. The Hallmark one you went to, that's a nice one for people to go to. Now, it's not just Christmas, right? Is it all year round?
It's the Hallmark Christmas experience.
Okay, but Hallmark is not going to be there for the other times. It's just Christmas.
Well, that particular little festival won't be there.
Okay,
but I mean, Hallmark's headquarters is in Kansas City, and they have like a little visitor center that you can go through, and that stuff is always there. Okay. But then the Christmas part
was new,
of course, just during the holidays.
Okay.
But they haven't announced if they're having it again, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, hopefully they got all the feedback and learned from their trying ways of just losing out on money.
Right.
Like
just completely dropping the ball.
Fire your people. Fire your people. For real. Any place that you want to travel to?
Well, I'm going to California for work next month. And I've never been to California, so.
Okay, where at in California?
Our corporate headquarters is near Sacramento, so that's where we're going for the work part. But then my sister is going to meet me in San Francisco.
Okay, so you're driving, or you're going to fly? Not that close, ma'am.
No, I know. One of my coworkers though lives in San Francisco. It's only like 2 hours, and he said I could ride back with him.
Okay.
Then I'll meet up with my sister and we'll hang out for a couple of days and then come back.
Okay, and then you're driving back to Sacramento, or you're going to fly from?
We fly out of San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you visit that Golden Gate Bridge. Take pictures. I want to see that.
That's definitely on my list. For some reason, all I could think of with wanting to go to California, all I think of is the redwoods. I want to see the redwoods.
The hell is the redwood?
The big trees.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's the first thing on my list.
That's up towards Washington, isn't that?
There, mostly, yeah, like Redwood National Forest or whatever is up there. But there is a national park down closer to San Francisco that has redwood.
Okay.
You know, they might not be the giant ones that they have up north, but it's bigger than anything we got over here. So I'll be good at seeing those. Why I'm so preoccupied with these trees, I'm not sure. But as far as traveling, I don't have anything pinned down. With having gone to the Hallmark Christmas experience this past year, I was talking to some of the ladies there. There's a con. It's actually called Christmas Con. It's been around for a while. That's in New Jersey. And since I figured out that I went to Hallmark Christmas experience by myself, that was no problem. Yeah, the trees, that's awesome. I don't know what, I've always been fascinated by trees anyway. I'm weird. I'm a science nerd. But I was thinking about, I need to look into it, but I was thinking about going to Christmas Con this year. Maybe in addition to Hallmark Christmas experience, we'll just see how much I can afford. After I look at it.
And when is that?
It's in December. I reckon it's around Christmas, but it's in New Jersey.
I would say no.
Why?
Because of the snow.
Oh yeah, of course, that's a factor. Of course.
I try not to travel where I know that I mean, as of right now, they're just hell. They're having hell, and I'm not understanding why they're in hell. Their weather is hellish compared to my weather. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Hell, even you're supposed to be getting some of the Arctic,
right?
That's coming your way.
But if you're used to it, if you're used to being in hell in every winter, that's all you know, then that's for them. That's not for me. I'm not used to it. I don't want a single flake down here. I don't want a single flake. I'll be one of those people in the grocery store buying up the milk and bread, and I don't even drink milk. Buy whatever groceries I can find, because if it does snow, I will not be setting one toe outside of the house. Because that is not me. But up north, if that's what they're used to, they know it, then it's all good.
Yeah, we had to drive up to Buffalo and dig out our grandparents.
Yeah. I'm not the one. Okay. And I will never stop hating on snow, James, because I am not a snow bunny.
I'm a snow baby, so I love snow, but I don't want to fly in it. When it first comes down, yes, it's beautiful. Snow Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, that's great. After that, I don't want to see the snow. That's the only time I want to see the snow. It's Christmas Day. Oh my God, white Christmas. Yay. Now, after that, I don't want to see I'm not into all the snow. I'll turn into Scrooge, bah humbug. I don't want to be bothered with snow. I just can't stand snow.
Yeah. I'm not the one with the snow. Because I don't know, I don't know what to do with it. And people from the north, they always talk about, y'all don't know how to drive and stuff. Of course we don't know how to drive in it. We're not used to it. And if we're out trying to drive in it, we must be desperate, trying to get some bread and milk.
No, that's not for me. So, no. But, I mean, in a way, I was thinking of, I do want to see this play. I've been trying to see that damn Harry Potter play, and it's a 2-day play. So,
oh, wow.
Damn sure I want to see it in a day. I forgot the name of the damn book, but it's after Harry Potter. I need to look up this damn play. I can't believe I forgot the name of this damn play. Oh, the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 days. They have it one. It's that long, like Wicked. It's like Wicked, part 1, part 2. So you see it. You can see it in a day. You see it at the first part of the day. Then you have dinner. Then you see it at the end. That's all day. I can't do that. I need to break it up. See the play, because the play is like 2.5 hours. Go to dinner. Go back to a hotel. Relax. Then go and see it the next day. But they always have deals, and I need to grab onto these deals so I can see this play.
Yeah, that would be a nice outing.
That's my goal. I don't know. Maybe I'll pull you in with me. See, hey, you want to go to New York with me?
Yeah, keep posting. I haven't been to New York in ages.
I'll hit you up, and you're like, yeah, let's go to this play and see. Let's see. Our next topic is, we had combined topics. We combined the TV shows and the movies. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Crafting is our next topic of the crafting that you have done compared to what you trying to look forward to or what you want to do, your goals. And the only thing is my dream box that I'm still trying to fill up, that I have not filled up yet, but I'm getting it. I filled up some more today. I'm very proud of myself. And then I created my Wicked wall. I gotta show you my Wicked wall.
Okay, Wicked wall.
Yeah, it's my Wicked wall. So I'm like so proud of that today. That's it for me with crafting. Oh, and just making new costumes.
That's a great idea. You got me looking around to see where I can put a Wakanda wall.
See, that's what I did. All of my Wakanda area right there on this side. Then you got the Marvel, everybody else Marvel on that side. My little Star Wars, and mixing some of my anime over there, which I'm about to get another shelf so I can stick some anime over here in this little corner. But running out of room. And we have to hurry up and find another damn house so I can have bigger room.
So you can have some more walls to decorate.
Some more walls, because I don't really use my dining room. Would I use it? Depending. If I get the counter, the house that we looked at, if I get the counter space, there's enough seating for the kitchen, and then I can have the outdoor kitchen. I wouldn't need the dining room, and I can use that as my craft room and put this there, and then have my office and keep everything separate and not try and stick everything in the office. But yeah, I need a room. I need a room that has a bathroom and a closet so I can hang up my shit.
Yeah, your cosplay stuff. Yeah.
I need to do that. I need to start hanging up these damn wigs, because I saw these wig holders in TikTok, and I'm like, I haven't pressed the button yet.
But
it's in my shopping cart, but I haven't bought it yet. I bought other stuff. I took it out the cart, and I bought other stuff, and I put it back in the cart. I'm like, I'm gonna get these, but I just don't know when. But I'm gonna get them. But I bought some other crap from there. I'm like, I need to stop buying all of this stuff. I got these little ear things for my travel. The translator, what do you call it? The ear bed, where you can hear the different languages.
Oh, okay. Into the pod.
Yeah. So I was like, and I tried it out. I put it on. I put it in front of the TV. I put it on Chinese, and I was like, talk. And it said something, and it translated it. I was like, oh, okay. That works. Miniso. So I was like, okay, so I can go to Japan and not have to worry. I have a Google Translator. I have my little ear pod thing. I'll be good.
You have to wear it. You test it out at the nail shop.
See, I don't get my nails done at the nail shop. So that COVID thing stopped that. Because they would always hurt me, cut me, and I'm like, no. And y'all don't clean stuff. So I would have to go in there and start cleaning. And I'm like, okay. So ever since like the carpal tunnel, I'm like, I'm done. I just go to Walgreens, get some fake nails, plop them on, call it a day. That's all I need to do. I don't worry about nothing else. What crafting ideas did you, because TikTok had me wanting to decorate this house for Christmas, the kitchen. I was everywhere. I'm like, man.
I saved a couple of videos as far as Christmas decorating, but I didn't do anything. There's too much stuff in my house. I didn't even decorate for Christmas because there's just so much stuff in here. So my goal right now is to get rid of some stuff. There's lots of clothes that I need to donate. So I will be calling like the kidney fund to come and do a pickup sometime soon. And there's just random stuff. I was in my basement. I've got like storage shelves, all nice and neat. But there's stuff on those shelves that has been there for 10, 15 years. It's ridiculous. So I'm starting now just to pull out stuff, a couple of things every day to give away, to just get out of here. Hopefully, though, I will soon have, because this is actually my dining room that my office is in. So, of course, there's no table in here. I got all my desks. I'm going to set up a dining area in the other half of my living room. And also that table, I will be able to do some crafting on. I haven't done any real crafting in years because there's no room in here. But I do love to craft. I plan on helping my seamstress friend get this cosplay together. So that'll probably be my next foray into crafting. But yeah, I do love that. You know, I used to paint and make jewelry and all kinds of stuff, and I just don't have room for all of that little stuff.
Yeah, this place has we gotta have room. We gotta be able to spread our wings.
You know, put all my supplies and things. I donated a bunch of craft supplies that have been sitting around for years, right before Christmas. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta do much. I mean, I got lightsabers coming. I mean, come on, man. Like, I pulled the trigger on that too. Like, and that's one of the oh my God, I can't believe I lost the train of thought. That's one of the collaborations that I'm doing. It's so, and I pulled James in on that, which is I'm about to pull him in right now because he's helping me. Yes, Sailor Moon, James. We're getting a Sailor Moon lightsaber for the cosplay that you helped me with. And that's how we are going into anime right now. See, I know you're not into anime. I know you're not into anime at all, which is why I said I was pulling James in for our last few. But how do you like the topics that we go through? We got movies, cosplay, traveling, crafting, TV shows, and anime. And every month it'll be dedicated or towards whatever's happening that month. Mm-hmm. So I know I'm traveling next month, so I don't know if we're going to have something in February. We'll have to discuss that behind the scenes, and I know you're traveling too. So we might have to skip February and pull everything in March to see what's going on. But
yeah, February is a little kind of busy.
Yeah, it is. But I like the topics. I like the format, and it gives us something that we know what we're gonna talk about, and it's just our everyday stuff. And like, this is what we did, so it's pretty cool. Okay, with anime, Mr. Man behind the curtain.
Mr. Crunchyroll.
Good evening,
Pay
lady.
attention to that man behind the curtain.
And then he came in with the sexy intro. Good evening, ladies.
In your Barry White voice. Okay.
Right.
Whoa. I do. All right. So anime.
Let me tell you what I've watched. I know you gave me a list.
You completely ignored the list after like two titles.
No, stop. You need to at least embrace what somebody who never watches anime, except for Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z, or I watched Tomo-chan as a girl.
Yes.
And then I started with the Misfits of Demon King. And then I admit this, I did get sidetracked because I was on Twitter and somebody did Twitter anime and somebody said something about Frieren. And I'm like, well, what is that? I got into that. So I started.
But you see how vastly different Frieren is from everything else you watch, which is why I was trying to ease you towards stuff on Frieren's level because of how engrossing it is. Notice you got into Frieren and the list. You don't even know what the list is right now, do you?
Yes, I was looking at the list the other day.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at the list the other day because I saved some of those for me to watch.
Okay.
I started the saga of Tanya the Evil.
Yes.
What is that?
Yes, the saga Tanya the Evil.
Okay. That one I just couldn't get into that.
That sounds weird.
The premise is this guy is isekai into another world where it's perpetually World War II. And he's in the body of a little girl. Magic is a real thing over there. And they can script these young girls or anybody who can use magic, no matter how young they are, into the military. So he is reborn as a young girl named Tanya. And he realizes that in this war, the side he's fighting for is the equivalent of Nazi Germany. And as she now is building up a reputation as being one of the best, sorcerer troopers or whatever like that, she's also rising in the ranks. And the top brass is taking notice of her because of how successful she is. Like if she's on a mission, 100% guaranteed success rate, minimum casualties. And she's basically telling them like, y'all gonna lose this war the way y'all going because he has the knowledge of what happened during World War II, excuse me, in his own world. So he's basically trying to keep that side in power by letting them know, hey, do this, don't do this. Excuse me. But of course, all the higher ups are men, and he is now a little girl, so they don't listen.
And I've noticed that, and it's like she talks down to them, which I enjoy because she's like, you're stupid. You're about to do this, and I can't even bother with you, talk to you because I kill you with a blink of an eye or some stupidness like that. But I enjoy the combative, but it's just the show.
It trust me, it's chaotic. It takes some getting used to if you're not used to that type of thing. The isekai element is not really played up that heavily, but again, the subject matter is a little dicey because again, the world they're in is perpetually World War II. So, and the side she's fighting for is the bad side, but at the same time, she's pissed off with whatever deity brought her to that world, because that's the other issue that's going on. Is like, yeah, I'm fighting for this war. I'm fighting this war. I'm coming up in this army, but I still am pissed off with this deity that brought me over here because I'm not going to be its little puppet. And lo and behold, it's like no matter what she does, you're still the puppet. So.
Well, I mean, the ones that I watched, I enjoyed. The Tomo-chan is a girl that was really good.
Wonderful rom-com. There's another rom-com that I would suggest. I think it's called, because I have my list in front of me of stuff that I've watched this year. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Don't
Toy With Me. And it's MRS or MS?
MISS, Miss Nagatoro, Nagatoro.
Okay. I will be watching that. And then the Black Clover, which is like, there's so much screaming. I was like, oh my God, you give it.
Yeah. And it's not over yet. And they keep delaying the final season.
Yeah. I know, but I'm good because
the final season will be a minimum of 26 episodes because of how much they're going to cover. So it probably will be a split 26, meaning that
he said he delayed that to do that second movie, the TV show. They delayed that season to do that the other show. So I'm caught up. I've just seen the show. I've seen the movie. I'm just good. I'm good. So, Master, how many? And I need to go in and find that email so that I can see. Like I can write it down, but I just want to see it. It's like, okay, this is what you watched, and I did start watching some other things, and then maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and then I
am happy that you found shows that you like. Again, I gave you a blueprint on like where to start. Let's see. What else was on the list? Ari Fueta was one. It's another isekai one, but a whole class gets isekai'd into another world and they're trying to survive. The Devil is a Part-Timer is a nice little comedy.
I started that one. I did start that one. I didn't write that one down.
But understand it is a comedy first and foremost.
Yes.
It does have some action, but I mean, when the devil from another world comes to our world and pretty much has to work in McDonald's to survive, you could pretty much.
It was funny. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna go back to watch it. I just forgot.
Jobless Reincarnation can be jarring at times because it is serious, in depth. Like you've already started Free Ren, you can start Jobless Reincarnation.
But to me, Free Ren is not too. She's monotone. Does that make sense? It was still powerful, but not too screaming like the Black Clover.
Trust me, this isn't like Black Clover either. But like I said, you've already started Free Ren, and Free Ren's whole thing is that now she's trying to find a second party so she can build connections, because her previous party, because she's an elf and she lives for hundreds of years, the members of her first party are starting to die off because of old age, if they didn't die during combat. And she never formed any meaningful connections with them because she doesn't understand the human condition of emotions, because she's not that she's void of them, but she's kind of like a Vulcan, if you will, that they're suppressed. So she's trying to build human connections all over again and actually be interested in her party's life going forward. So she's joined a new party to try to build those connections. That's the whole premise of Free Ren. Jobless Reincarnation, because that takes on a serious tone, is like the connections we have with the people that we, kick it with on a regular basis. That's basically what that is like, how do you move on when you're the last one left, and exploring that whole dynamic of interpersonal relationships, whether they be intimate or just, friendly. And Jobless Reincarnation is kind of the same thing, but it's isekai. And again, a lot of the stuff I watch is isekai because that was the thing 5 years ago. So a lot of these shows have started back then and still going. But Jobless Reincarnation, a 30-something-year-old dude who's down on his luck gets reincarnated in another world, and they basically show his life from being born up until present point where he's now, I think, 15, 16 years old. And his dealings with his parents, his teachers, extended family that he will come across at some point, his adventures, because he does form an adventure party, not by choice. This is another one where, kind of like Tanya the Evil, there's a supreme being that is toying with him.
Okay.
And he's basically trying to understand what's the purpose that this being is toying with him, or trying to manipulate him, or sometimes guide his life, other times, it's the kind of thing where it's like he doesn't trust him, but nothing this deity has said to him has been a lie. And I don't want to say too much without spoiling it. So it is very, it is an interesting show. I believe it's 4 seasons, roughly, I know it's at least 60 episodes, but a lot happens in these episodes, especially season 1.
Okay.
So.
Well, on my season 2 of the Demon King Academy, I like that. So I see the ones that I like, and then I save them. So I don't know like Freerin, the Demon King, the Tomo-chan is a girl, the Black Clover. It's like those are the ones that I'm interested in.
Okay.
And some type of format that they're in. I mean, there's others that I've watched that I'm like, okay, let me look at it, which is gonna find a damn email. I don't know what email I set up my Crunchyroll to, but I need to find this. When was this email sent again? Why Crunchyroll told us to go in, or maybe I can just go into Crunchyroll and
it was like a week or so before Christmas, and they pretty much gave you an overview of what you watch for 2024. And like I told you all before we started the show, it told me that I have watched over 650 hours of anime across 23 different titles for 2024. So, and this is the type of thing that I probably should have screenshotted, so I can pull up every time someone's like, hey, there's this new show you might want to check out. Like, this is how much anime I watch. Like, y'all don't understand. So like, since September, like all the new shows or whatever coming on the streaming platforms, and co-workers, other people, I think you would really like this show. You do realize I watch a lot of anime. Anime is the majority of my television watching, if you will, and they keep suggesting things like, okay, well, when you get bored, I'm like, there are like 40 titles I haven't started yet, along with the 20 some odd that are ongoing, and the 10 I have started and purposely stopped so I can have stuff to watch later. And then I'm like, on top of that, it's football season. So talk to me in February after the Super Bowl for like new shows to start watching. But it's football season, it's anime, and whatever's on network television that I still watch, which may be like 3 shows. But yeah, my anime titles, there are certain things I watch every single week when the new episode drops. And other things I purposely let pile up so I can watch the entire season and binge. And for some shows, it's good because some of them are week to week episodic. Like, yes, there's a connecting theme, but the premise of what's happening doesn't span more than that episode. But something like Dan Da Dan, which started back in
I saw that. I was gonna write that down. I was like, okay,
you should watch it. It is very good. They're doing split 24. So the first 12 episodes are already done. They're going to take a break and they're going to come back with the second 12, I think, late spring. And that I'm glad I waited to binge, because week to week would have drove me crazy, because the first 4 episodes are literally one entire story arc. And shows like that drive me nuts when I have to wait week to week to watch this whole arc play out, because I get bored very easily. And I will seriously like stop watching if I sense a big arc coming, and I won't watch for like 2 months just to let the episodes pile up. And then I'll binge those 8 episodes I purposely did not watch. Like, for instance,
so you can't wait for the next week for this to come out.
Because that's my impatience with anime sometimes. It's like, if everything is self-contained and is like, all right, we have this overarching storyline of we're tracking down this particular entity or bad guy whose butt we're trying to kick, but along the way, here are these smaller instances or battles we get into, and all of those smaller battles are an episode. but they lead to us getting to the big bad we're trying to track down. That's fine. When you've got an entire encompassing story, but it's spread out over multiple episodes, that's where I'm like, I got to binge. I can't. So like another anime I'm watching is called Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? And this is season 5. They were doing 13 episodes, and then they were going to break and drop 4 more episodes for this big battle that ends the season. They ran into production problems. Instead of airing 13 episodes, they aired 12. I have watched 11 because the 12th episode starts the big fight that's going to encompass the last 5 episodes that have been delayed till April. And I'm like, I'm not going to start a big battle to wait 3 months to see the final 4 or 5 episodes of how this big battle, plays out. Like, no, we're not even going to watch it. So I have 1 episode of season 5 that I haven't watched because I'm waiting for the last 5 episodes to drop in 4 months.
So have you watched the House of Dragons, or are you waiting for all of the seasons to come out?
I am done with Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones. I mean, I don't blame the showrunners.
Dragons is good.
I hear you. I don't blame the showrunners. I don't blame the actors. I blame George R.R. Martin, and I blame the executives at HBO who pushed this show greedily, knowing this man was never going to finish writing a book like he said he was going to. So kudos to them for going back in time and basically just piecing stuff together based on what's already been written and making a show out of that. Congratulations. I'm not interested. Like, you've already burnt me out by like giving me crap in the last 2 seasons of a 7-season show, of which only the first 3.5 covered anything from the books, and then they were just winging it ever since. So, and I get it, different showrunners, different things involved. I have no desire to watch any more Game of Thrones, anything. Like, I hear what's going on. I watched the show in which, we did hear, not me personally, but I watched a panel talk about the show in depth after season 1 ended. And yes, it sounds like a wonderful endeavor to get into and enjoy. Not me. I have other anime to look at.
Okay, sir. Well, I'm going to make you proud because the collab that I'm doing, I ran right to you. You was the person that I ran to. I was like, Obi-Wan, help me. So I ran right to you. You gave me some names. So now I'm creating. I had to choose a genre. I was like, is Sailor Moon in that? And she was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna create my own original character. I'm gonna take the Sailor Moon. I seen a girl on TikTok. No, she's not on TikTok. She's on Instagram. And she draws Sailor Moon, and she draws beautiful black variations of Sailor Moon.
Okay.
And I mean different hairstyles.
Yes.
I was like, okay, so I'm going to take your concept and I'm going to make my original Sailor Moon. But I'm going to use the names of like Black Sailor Moon or something crazy from that world. That's not due. Actually, that's not due until February. So
I look forward to what you come up with.
Yeah.
The link I sent you was just a wiki of all the villains in Sailor Moon. Now,
yes.
I'm gonna be honest.
And
as familiar with Sailor Moon that I am, I do not remember any of the villains outside of Queen Beryl, who was one of the lead henchmen or women, if you will, of the series. I am familiar with all 9 Sailor Scouts. Yeah, is it 9? 5? 8. Sorry, 8 Sailor Scouts. 9 if you count the little girl. But yeah, Sailor Mars is my favorite, by the way.
Well, I will create, even if I use one of them and just create a dark Sailor Scout.
Hey, you leave my fiery Sailor Mars alone.
I'll let you know.
I don't need a Sith Mars.
I'm so excited, dude. This lightsaber is gonna be fire.
More lightsabers. We were debating last time if we were going to get more lightsabers, and we got.
Oh, we are. I pushed the button on that. That wasn't even
push the button on that.
Like,
Does hubby know we get more lightsabers?
he'll know when it comes.
Oh my gosh!
He'll know when it shows up.
Oh,
It's
wow.
on the way.
It's on the way.
It's on the way. He'll know when it shows up. Yeah.
Why?
Ask for forgiveness. It's better than that.
Wow.
That's my philosophy.
Okay. No comment.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Cool.
But it's fire. You got to see it. You got to see it. I gotta find great makeup. I gotta do this justice. I gotta do it justice.
I hear you.
My bento wig, that boho wig that I got, that on with the knots, and I gotta do it up. Gotta do it up.
Oh, there are 2 more titles I want you to write down.
Okay.
One is called Spy Family.
Spy Family, and that's
Spy X Family, but it's just Spy Family.
okay.
And the other is called The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
I think I saw that.
Because I know you like anime with strong women in lead roles. Both of these have that.
Yes.
The latter she is in a lead role. She is not the main character, but she is the instructor to the main character, and I think you will get a kick out of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and watch the last one. I guess I'll watch that one while I do.
Yeah, that is the shorter one because Spy Family I think has 3 seasons, and I'm still stuck in the middle of season 2.
I bet you I can finish the seasons before you.
You probably will. You don't have as much to watch as I do.
That's not nice.
I just finished which series that I just finished today? Before we came on air. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest. I finished that series today when I finished working. And when we finish this for the evening, I will finish Mech Ude, Mechanical Arms, because I only have 2 episodes of that left to do. So those will be 2 of the 10 plus anime that have been sitting out there halfway done that I would have finished. And then I will move on to something else that's not quite done and finish that.
There is Teresa. I know there's something that you would watch. Is it Castle?
She's shaking her head no.
Yes, Teresa. This one, I think you would like it because they're vampires. I know you like vampires.
I watched the first season of Castlevania.
Yes. And there was another
I watched it. I'm not interested.
Okay. I know that hurt. That hurt my heart.
It's not my thing.
I did, but there's like fighting women. This the dragon, the lady with the hair, the wings.
I think it's just the animation period that just doesn't do it for her.
To be fair, the animation that I like really is geared more towards kids, honestly. Okay. Because even like adult animation, like I don't know, the stuff that used to come on what is the Cartoon Network? Adult Swim.
Adult Swim.
Yeah, that is not my kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, that was for a specific audience.
That was kind of
that was niche. That was a bit niche in the animation sphere. Yeah, that Robot Chicken and stuff like that was not for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
but
you're talking about
anyway,
kids.
I'm a Disney Channel person.
Well, yeah. There's not much anime geared towards kids.
Right. And
Most of it's geared towards a teenage crowd, adolescent at best. And there's nothing I watch, and this is the thing I always have to do whenever I'm home for the holidays and talking to my family when they're like, what is this my kid is watching? If they're watching anime, and then at first I'm like, wait, how old are they again? And what are they watching? To determine whether they should or should not be watching this, because I first, like, my reintroduction into anime was like when I was starting high school in 91. You know, I grew up watching anime with Voltron, Robotech, and Tranzor Z. So when I got to high school, my cousin came back from Japan with tapes of Dragon Ball Z and Fist of the North Star and stuff like that. I gravitated towards it easily, but my mother knew I was mature enough to watch what was happening in that, because it was ultra violent, ultra bloody. There was, you know, sometimes nudity in there. But my cousins, who were like 6 to 8 years younger than me, are like, well, we want to watch it too. Absolutely not. Like, I'm 14, 15 years old at the time when I'm getting back into this. You are 6 to 8 years old. You can't watch this. You know, and I wasn't even trying to sneak whenever I got a little bit of change, I would go to the music store, to the rack that had the anime tapes on it, and buy a movie. I specifically only bought movies because I was not going to waste money buying a series to get like a couple of episodes and never know if they want to get it later. So I would get things like Vampire Hunter D and Wicked City, stuff like that. And never, like, even on the low, like sometimes I would do things with my cousins, like, here's the blood code for Mortal Kombat 2, but you're still not going to watch this anime because my mom's going to kill me, then your mom's going to kill me. And like, no, we're not having that. So, but yeah, there's not much geared towards kids. Even Sailor Moon, when, you know, if you were to take the original Sailor Moon that aired here in the late 80s, early 90s, and actually listen to it with the English subtitles and not the English dub, because the English dub is completely void of whatever the subject matter was to begin with. They switch it around so much, you know. I'm not gonna say it would make you clutch your pearls, but you would soon realize any 10-year-old watching this is lucky they were not. Yeah.
I noticed that with some of the stuff that is has subtitles, this what they're saying is not
what was actually being translated for the English audience in the late 80s, because again, censors and all this stuff, and our cultures are vastly different. And it's like, well, we can't let that fly over here. Like, again, everyone knows 2 of the Sailor Scouts are dating each other. They're lovers. In 1988, that was translated to them being cousins. And all their dialogue was translated so that it came across as them being cousins. But listening to them and watching them interact on screen is kind of like, that's not how cousins interact outside of West Virginia.
Or Alabama. Say, in the South.
Right. In West Virginia and Alabama, maybe that's how cousins act. But most other states, no. So it's kind of like, what are y'all trying to snow me with here? Like, they're obviously in love. They're not cousins. But they made it a point to put that in the dialogue whenever they address each other for the English dub, is they always refer to each other specifically as, like, to trying to push that across. And it's like, that's not working here. You know, so it's just those type of things. So like I said, yeah, there's not much anime geared towards children. You know, even the original Dragon Ball, which is supposedly geared towards 8 to 10-year-olds, I've watched that entire series. There's no way an American distributor would have gotten that in the mid-90s and been like, yeah, for 8 to 10-year-olds.
Well, would you consider Voltron?
I have watched the original Gold Lion that Voltron is based off of. Voltron was made to sell toys. It was cut and edited in such a way to sell toys, in that they removed all the blood. They translated dialogue to remove all references of death and or killing. and did everything possible to make it seem like this happy-go-lucky group of space explorers who happen to fly 5 giant robot lions to save a princess's home planet. It was not that simple, because Earth is destroyed. It doesn't exist. Those 5 pilots are the last 5 humans in the universe. Like, when I say Earth is gone, there is no Earth. There is no Galaxy Alliance in Go Lion. One of the pilots dies like 7 episodes in. They hold a state funeral for him for the entire planet to observe. And at the end, they legit kill the king of the race that's trying to invade their planet. And those are 3 things that were legit cut out, along with them drinking blood, because the race of people that was constantly invading the princess's planet are cannibals. So as they're watching gladiatorial games, they're drinking blood out of goblets. But the color was changed from red to purple to make it look like wine. But it wasn't wine. It was blood.
Okay. And that you can find that out there?
It's on Crunchyroll. Go Lion is on Crunchyroll.
The original.
The original Go Lion that Voltron is based off of is on Crunchyroll, because, again, Go Lion is only 52 episodes. Voltron is like 160. And it is cut and paste, and going to the Japanese studio that animated Go Lion to say, hey, can you animate a few more Robeasts so that we can constantly make episodes? Because after they ran out of material for the first 20 some odd episodes, because that's basically what the American distributor did, they did cut and paste of 52 episodes to about 26. And toy sales are doing wonderful. Then they were like, oh, we need more footage. So literally everything up to episode 26 of Voltron is cut and paste stock footage of the previous 26 episodes, mixed and matched together for various things. So a number of episodes start up with them out in the garden in front of the castle, having a peaceful day. And then, oh, here comes a Robeast. But you can tell what all the scenes are like if you pay attention and look for certain things. You can tell where they were cut and pasted together, because it's not one fluid episode. It's something the American distributor just threw together because, again, these are 30-minute commercials to sell toys. So,
well,
which every 80s cartoon was a 22-minute commercial to sell toys, which is why those are the best cartoons of all time.
Yep. And why Toys R Us was doing good up until now. Well, thank you, man in the chair, for the anime portion. I don't know. I might have to change that though for something else. I'm not sure yet, but we will see. I like to thank my buddy here, Teresa, for joining into my craziness and liking the new format, and just my ride or die. She's ready to just to do it, and let's have some fun.
Anything but anime.
We're gonna find. You know what? No, wait. There is one.
Your homework is to find something.
No. I just thought of one Teresa might like. She says she likes stuff that's geared towards kids, right? Hamtaro.
Is it on Crunchyroll?
Yes, Hamtaro is on Crunchyroll.
I have Crunchyroll.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you got to find something that's on Max.
Max or Netflix. You have Netflix, right?
Yes.
And Prime?
Yes.
Okay, so Prime, Max, Netflix. Do you have Hulu?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she has that because it's Disney.
Fair. So I have 4 platforms to search through to find something geared towards
I have
children.
just about everything mainstream.
Okay. Except
Paramount,
Crunchyroll.
Peacock. Crunchyroll is not mainstream.
Look,
it's not mainstream.
It's not mainstream
just
for
twist
her.
the knife even harder. Why don't you?
It's not mainstream for her. It's not in her her thing. Hey, like Paramount Plus is not in mine. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
I
Even
don't
Michelle
do
Yeoh can't get me to do it.
I mean, there are a couple of Star Trek shows I need to start watching. Section 31 was what you all were referencing earlier.
Yes. I knew it had a 31 in it.
And I don't know if it's going to be I think it's going to be a movie, not a series.
Yeah, I believe you are correct.
Mm-hmm. Because that was one of the pushbacks against it finally coming out with fans of Star Trek was, yeah, we're getting it. And then it was like, oh, this is a movie. Like, wait, it's not a series? Like, no, it's a movie.
I actually haven't finished the last season of Discovery yet because I don't want it to go away. So
I haven't started Discovery past the first episode.
OMG.
And I've only seen one season of Picard.
And you're too busy with your anime.
I know. Here's the kicker. I've watched the first season of Lower Decks, and I've met the voice actors for 3 of the characters at DragonCon this past year. Mm-hmm. There are 5 seasons of Lower Decks. I have to finish watching Lower Decks.
And see, it as much as I want to immerse myself in the Star Trek culture, I'm pretty sure I cannot deal with Lower Decks.
No, because Lower Decks is like Robot Chicken because it is. They're not on a big name ship. Their mission is, quote, second contact, meaning that after first contact is made, they're the ones that establish the lasting relationships with the Federation and whatever planets they come in contact with. But it basically circles around a motley crew of misfits led by a character who is purposefully not living up to her potential. She's just skating by because it's Starfleet, and her mother happens to be captain of the ship. So they are often getting into hijinks.
Yeah, I enjoyed the crossover, the Strange New Worlds crossover, but
yes,
yeah, that's about as far as that's gonna go.
Is that the black chick?
Yes.
Is that the one with the?
Okay. Yes. And I was surprised they actually like let them play their own characters, because the guy is Huey from The Boys. Yeah,
that's another thing I haven't watched. I haven't watched the last season of The Boys.
Take your time. Take your time. Look, every season of The Boys is very jarring and uncomfortable at some point. Yeah. This is no exception. So take your time. There's no rush.
Yeah. Me and you, Teresa. Me and you, because
and plus it gets a little too real based on our current climate.
Yeah. And I don't need that in my fantasy world.
Yeah, right. That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. I think the mother's dead. The I don't even know what season it is. Maybe it's season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where the mother? No, the girl died. The girl that liked him, and he got mad that she committed suicide. Who's a fake Superman?
Homelander.
He went to visit somebody that's in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
She committed suicide.
Lady Liberty.
Yeah, and he got upset.
I can't remember what her name
was. The
was.
one that turned out to be worse than him.
Yeah.
Yes, the Nazi chick.
Yes, which he liked, and then the chick that was trying to kill herself, he ended up killing her. That's where I ended.
Yeah, the mother of his son.
Well, I intend to watch the
oh, okay. I know you're talking about
the girl that was going to jump off on the roof when he found out that the chick committed suicide or killed herself or she died. So I just can't. I'm like, it's
a lot.
It is a lot.
A lot.
That is something that you can't binge. Just like 1 or 2 episodes a week.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I watch week to week because again, it is a lot for an hour show.
Especially since the election, I've focused a lot on the Disney Channel.
Happy,
Yeah,
fun, joy.
I'm finding some fun series to watch. I stumbled across the Mighty Duck series on Disney Plus last year. It has 2 seasons. A new generation of duck players who want to play hockey, which is cute and adorable to look at. There is a show about a girls' high school basketball team starring John Stamos that keeps popping up in my YouTube algorithm, and I'm like, I'm gonna check this out while I'm working to have as background noise, when I'm not watching wrestling. But that's going into my rotation soon because it looks very interesting. So I'm not gonna say there's always something, but they don't advertise the stuff that probably people should be checking out and looking at on there. I get it. They're going to push the Disney and Marvel stuff because that's what's drawing in new subscribers.
Yeah, that's the big ticket stuff.
But push the other things because your audience might like that stuff. Again, I am a sucker for anything sports related. So again, I don't even like hockey, but I will watch the Mighty Ducks. And I'm not that big a fan of basketball outside of women's college basketball in the WNBA. So yeah, a show about a high school girls basketball team starring John Stamos as their new coach. I'll check that out.
Well, thank you everybody for enjoying our craziness. We hope you had a happy and joyful new year. And I hope 2025 is very prosperous for you. And that it's not going to be crazy, as the new year has actually started off to be a little bit crazy. Let's just stay positive and just stay in our lane and not care. We're in the I don't care mode. We sitting back, relaxing, letting the craziness happen. And just do the I told you so later on. That's the mode that we're in.
2 down, 363 to go.
Times 3.
Right. That's what I was about to say. So much.
Wait. I'm only talking about this year.
No, I'm talking about the next 4 years. I'm checked out for the whole
1 year at a time.
The whole 4. But thank you guys for joining us, the Opinionated Variants of the 616. My man behind the chair. Don't pay attention to that man behind the chair. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to say it.
I am not as bad as him. Wait. Okay, maybe I am sometimes. Not all the time, though. Not all the time. People push buttons.
He turned out to be nice at the end. He's really a nice guy at the end.
Was he, though?
Yeah. I mean, the television one, the Richard Pryor one, this one, not so much.
I saw Wicked.
Yeah, that one not so much.
That
one not so much. But thank you guys, and not sure if we're gonna see you next month. We might see you in March because Teresa and I are extremely busy next month, but we might combine everything. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. We'll let you know what's going. We'll let you know what's going on because we're both traveling. So we'll see.
We're both jet setting next month.
We'll see what's happening. Oh, and Teresa, the whole Doctor Who people are going to be here. That's who I'm going to go. I'm spending a whole bunch of money next month.
Okay, I'm not because I don't have a whole bunch to spend.
They just announced the twins are going to be there with their sister. So those 3 are going to be there, but they're only going to be there Saturday and Sunday, and I'm wearing my Bellatrix on Friday, so I'm like, I can't take a picture with y'all then, so I might just get a signature autograph. All of the doctors are going to be there. The one that I want is Jodie, because already had Matt Smith. I've seen him already. So Jodie is the one that I want. So I might do a picture with her. But it's just a whole bunch of the Doctor Who people are going to be there. So I'm excited. I'm paying off all my credit cards so that I could get pictures. And that one, James, I had warned my husband in advance.
That
one I told him, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm running.
What's his social media so I can hit him up about those lightsabers?
By the time you hit him up, they'll be here. So no, I'm not giving you
Tattletale, James.
I'm not giving you his social media. So yeah.
Okay, I tried.
Be a hater.
Guys,
I'm not a hater. I encourage all forms of bad behavior. I also encourage people getting caught in that bad behavior.
That's the definition of a hater.
I am an agent of chaos. And I embrace this wholeheartedly.
Okay. That's the insurance guy. Okay. I see you now in the commercials.
Yep.
That's you.
Mayhem like Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Don't worry, James.
Look, none of my friends from college got married during football season. I love all of them. And if they did, they didn't do it on a Sunday.
Well, Sunday's the cheapest day to get married, so.
Not during football season because they all wanted me in their wedding. So I was a groomsman 3 times. And the only one who had his wedding during football season, he did it Thanksgiving weekend on a Saturday. Wait, was it? No, the week before Thanksgiving, the Saturday before Thanksgiving. That's when they got married. And I was like, all right, cool. As long as it's not a Sunday, because if it was on a Sunday, I won't be there. Find yourself another. And I told him that straight to his face. Don't mess with me on Sundays during football season. That's all.
That's wrong, James. But okay.
It's a very simple ask. I just want a few hours to myself to watch my favorite team play ball. That's not too much to ask for.
I'm not really mad at you.
I've let every woman I've ever dated know that before the football, because I always start dating. All my relationships start in the summertime or spring, and they are giving fair warning when football season starts. I will be engrossed in football.
If they're not into football, because they could be hardcore.
Most of them have not been into football. They have been nerds as far as other things, but sports, not so much.
Oh, I pray for the day that you find somebody that is a hardcore fan and y'all have 2 separate teams that play each other.
That's never a problem as long as I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan. Or a Washington Commanders fan.
Yeah. That's like
I'm the only 2 fans I refuse to date because my whole family is like, most of my family are Washington fans. So, when I go home and when I do sometimes go home for the holidays, they give me a bunch of flack because I'm an Eagles fan, Washington, even though I grew up in Washington. So yeah, they give me crap every single time I go home because I'm the only one who's an Eagles fan in my family. Been this way for 40 years, not going to change.
Well, I look forward to rivalry between you and your future person, like in 2 different teams. Giants, the Eagles. Pew. Whatever. He's like, I don't care, whatever. Well, I could be wicked and say, I hope it's a Dallas fan.
Okay.
And not tell you until y'all are grossed in. Know what you would do? Quit.
To the curb.
You would do that.
Yes, I most certainly would. Fandom over everything.
After y'all been together a good 6 months and you find out that she is really Dallas fan?
Relationship is over.
What if she just picks the Dallas team over any team that she's not a Dallas fan, but whatever team that's playing, you like that team, but she picks Dallas.
Relationship over.
Just because she wants to pick a team
against
you?
That's it's a deal breaker, like smoking. I mean, what?
She could not like Dallas. It's just like, I just want to pick whatever. I do whatever. I'm like, whatever team you're picking, I'm choosing the other team.
There are 32 teams in the NFL. You don't have to pick Dallas.
I'm talking about the ones that are playing each other.
Yeah.
If your team is playing Dallas.
Oh, she just happens to purposely root against my team because they're playing. Yeah, relationship over. Because I can't deal with that every single week. The season is 4 months long, and then they're playoffs. So what I don't need is somebody rooting against my squad every single week. Relationship over. Because that's what we not going to do. You ain't going to be disturbing my peace that way. If our team happens to play once every 3 or 4 years, that's fine. We can trash talk, go into the game, whatever, have your fan, da. But you purposely rooting against my team every single week? No. Why are you here?
Okay, so I'm working on that, James.
You working on it? Okay.
We're gonna do something because I'm gonna be trash talking you from now on.
Okay.
But it won't be with Dallas because there's teams that I won't choose permanently. Dallas is one of them. I hate Dallas and I hate the 49ers. So those are 2 teams that I will never ever choose. Ever. So
there we go.
Thank you, everybody.
Am I hitting the button?
Hit the button. Thank you, guys. Good night. Happy New Year.
There we go.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand,
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe. As a part of their ongoing war with Asia, used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe. As a part of their ongoing war with Asia, used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we